Hi guys, this is Pradeep again. So today we'll be solving the LeetCode question Fizz. This is the most common question if you see, which is given to beginners or any interview. So they will give this question at starting to test the interview. Then later on they will go to harder questions or something. So this is that kind of question to start a interview with little small problem, I think. So let's dive into the problem. So here they will give us integer n when we need to return a string array, string of array, so that uh, the cases are nothing but if the number is divisible by both 3 and 5, we need to print Fizz. If the number is divisible by 3, we need to print Fizz. And if the number is divisible by 5, we need to print buzz. If the number is not divisible by any of these three conditions, either 3 and 5, which is nothing but 15, 3 and 5, we need to means push back the we need to give uh, return I as a string. So they will give us a number n, so we need to range from 1 to n, and for each number we need to print the case. For example, if we see here, here n is goes to 5, so we need to iterate from 1 to 5. So in the case of 1, which is not divisible by 3 and 5, so we'll return 1 as a string, and for 2 as follows. For 3, it divisible with by 3, so that's why it returns Fizz. And 4, it's not divisible by 3 and 5, of course. And for 5, we will return buzz. And for 15, which is divisible by both 3 and 5, that's why it is buzz. So in order to do this, there are two ways we can do. First is, which is very simple, by what you would say, by simple division we can do this solution. And second method, by using I'll like drive into I will explain second solution, but first implement the first approach, so that um, so that it will helpful for you in order to get the second approach, which is very simple to uh, division. So here we are using approach one. So let's initialize a vector. You can initialize an array also. Vector string answer. So for number I equal to 1, so as we need to iterate from I equal to 1 to n. So if the number which is divisible by 3 and 5, which is nothing but 15, otherwise I can write I divisible by 3 equal to 0, and I divisible by 5 equal to 0. Let me do one thing. Okay, let me keep it here. Otherwise, you can write here, instead of writing these both, you can write I divisible by 15 equal to 0. It will be a lot more simpler. So we need to push underscore back of what you'd say, yeah, Fizz bus, and else if it's all about else if conditions. So if I is if does divisible with both 3 and 5, if it divisible with underscore back of this, yes, else if of I percentile by 5 equal to 0. You'll get a question. Can we change the order of the, what you would say, divisible by 15? Can we put it at last, means why keeping this condition at first? Because if the number is divisible by both 3 and 5, it will return back freeze. Otherwise, if we keep this condition here, if the number is divisible by 3, as it will be divisible by 3, so it will push back of freeze. In order to avoid that condition, we will write this case first. So later on we will you can write these both conditions in any order. So Fizz buzz, that's it. And for last condition, answer dot push underscore back. So we need to return back string of that number. So toString is a function which is used to convert an integer to string, which is a C++ built-in function. So we need to return answer. So it will work. So for second approach, why I said I will explain that later. Second approach can be understood easily. If you see in this condition, it is divisible by 3 and divisible by 5, which is nothing but multiplication, in the sense division, multiplication are all interconnected, right? Let me explain. What is 2 times of 2? Which is 4, right? Of course. So in order to easily explain, 2 times of 2, why we are doing means, in order we need to add 2 for 2 times. So we need to add for 2 times 2 plus 2, which is 4, right? Which is same 2 into, and 2 times of 3 is 6, which is nothing but we need to add 2 for 3 times in order to get the number 6. That's the same logic will be using here. So which is uh, we will maintain a number called Fizz equal to 0. Let me explain. While writing the code, you will be understood that bus equal to 0. So here for every number, we will be increase Fizz by 1 and bus by 1. So if Fizz is equal to 3 and bus is equal to 5, so we will push back Fizz bus, and again we need to make it 0. Let me explain this logic. First, I will write the code. If the Fizz equal to 3, and we need to, so uh, let me write the code. I will explain it parallelly. So the thing I am doing here, which is nothing but I am parallelly means incrementing the value of this Fizz and bus, so which are nothing but maintaining the track order of 3 and 5. For here in the example, let me say bus equal to 0. So run, it will accept. So here, let me explain clearly. Here, by taking this example, I will explain it. So if here if Fizz and buzz are 0, so initially the Fizz and buzz are 0. So let me take. I think it's better to explain it here. So initially the Fizz, let me Fizz as 0 and buzz as 0. So now I is equal to 1, which is nothing but incrementing the both the values by 1. Now I is 2, which is nothing means I is equal to 1 in the case which is not divisible by 3 and 5, so it's okay. And for 2, again it will increment and these values will become 2. And for the 3 case, so here Fizz and buzz will be increased to 3. So here Fizz is equals to 3 and buzz is equals to 5, which is false, right? So it will not go here. And for Fizz is equal to, yes, of course, Fizz is equal to 3 and buzz is equal to uh, buzz is equal to 3. So which will not, sorry, here buzz is equals to 5. So it will go here and make Fizz value as 0. So uh, again this process will continue for 4, it is of course not divisible by 3, and 4 it will Fizz and buzz value will increase. For buzz case, it will buzz will be b value will be 5 and f value will be 2. So here, failing these both conditions, the buzz value will be get printed. That's how it will go. So again, this will become 0. And for 6, I'm saying for next number 6, it will Fizz will become 3. So that it will push the value as Fizz, and it will become 0. You may get a question that when will the number 15, if both the values at those case, both the values will be 3 and 5. In that condition, this will become Fizz buzz. And in the you calculate it on your by doing your own homework or something like that. You get it. Yeah. And there is another way, also additional way, which is somewhat simplifying the code. Uh, it is additional way. It's just like doing the approach one, but by using ternary operator. Let me show you. Uh, One minute. It's in my previous subject. Without writing the code. Uh, Let me finish without wasting the time more. So here, the ternary operator, which is this. So this is a ternary operator. So if this condition fails, it will go to here, this case. And if this condition also fails, it will go to this case. And if this condition also fails, which will go to this case. I think this is for you. You need to try it on you to understand more about this thing. If you feel means if you get any questions regarding this thing or anything, feel free to use comment section. So I'm always able to answer those questions. Thank you, and follow more this channel for more interesting videos. I'm not limited only for the coding part. I will also keep regarding the other part like subjects or anything, personal life or student life. uh, Please follow this channel more. Thank you. See you. Bye. See you tomorrow again for the coding.